It's Air Max Day, or at least it was, but we're still celebrating.
One of your favorite shoes, the Air Max, we're talking about its iconic air cushioning and bold design.
Is it worth the hype? We'll see.
Lock in.
Hi, so last Wednesday was Air Max Day.
But we're about to make it Air Max Week.
Yes, we're still celebrating over here.
We're going to talk about all the legendary Air Maxes that have been brought to life by Nike in the last...
Are we going to talk about all?
Of the Air Max releases that have come out in the past few years. So we're going to jump right into it. Nadeem, thank you very much.
We're going to start with the DNA8s.
Yes, sir. We're talking about one of the most legendary styles that Nike has ever come up with, Air Max. And not to forget Air Max Day, where we can celebrate the history and the legacy of what Air Max really is. And we've got the new and revolutionized Air Maxes in front of us today. We're going to dive into tech and design and everything about what Nike are doing with it. So
Yeah. So my question to you is...
Yes.
DNA8s.
DNA8s.
Are you a fan?
I'm a fan. I feel like these can be hit or miss amongst the community, but I'm loving them.
Okay, did your opinion change about them? Because as far as I remember, don't know if you were that enthusiastic in the first place.
Listen, I think it's one to grow on. I think I needed to see the other colorways and get a feel for them and see them in real life. You know what I mean? And seeing them now, it's like, I can get behind this shoe. I think it'll look sick with, like, you know, any sort of outfit, black with the green pop. Like, I think it's sick. So
yeah, I hear you. I also agree with you because I did not like them in the first place, but after the pink pair that we both saw in Paris, those grew on me a lot.
For sure.
And I kind of fell for this shoe.
I'm really kind of liking the new, well, more refined style, let's say, that Nike have taken with the Air Max.
Yeah, I mean, they released the DNs first.
Yes.
Which have 4 bubbles.
Yes.
Now they upped it.
They said, let's do double. Let's do double. We're going to put 8 in there. So yeah, they've added 8 into the new DN8s, hence the name. And you've got more support, I guess, and more of a nice transition into the heel to toe function, I guess. So it makes it a lot more comfortable and breathable, and yeah, it's great.
Do you like the regular DNs or the DN8s more? I have to ask this question.
This is such a good question. I like both. I'm not going to lie. I do like both. But I think for me at the moment, this particular colorway is calling me a little bit more. I think I'm really liking kind of like the dotted kind of lines and the streaks going through and the gradient of the DNs. I think it's really kind of adding a little bit more of a touch of detail for me. Yeah,
now that I've seen these, like the DN8s, the regular DN feels like a light version of these.
Yes, for sure. It's 1987, a long way back.
Whoa.
And we've got Tinker Hatfield cooking it up in the kitchen.
Whoa.
Making pure
I see where this is going.
Heat! And then out came the Air Max 1.
Yep.
Out the oven, freshly baked.
Make some noise for Tinker Hatfield.
He
did that.
What a legendary man.
Yep.
So we have the Air Max 1s, what you're wearing on your feet at the moment.
I'm wearing them today.
And we're celebrating, going to be commemorating Air Max 1 Day. Air Max Day.
Air Max Day.
Air Max Day. Point period.
Yep.
Right? And yeah, it's one for the sneaker lovers, or do we think it's one for the hype? I think it's for the culture.
Yeah, I think Air Max Day is for the lovers mostly.
Absolutely. I mean, I think now they've just come out with so many colorways, it's hard to even keep track anymore, you know?
And silhouettes, like colorways and silhouettes.
And silhouettes, right? For you, what would you say is like your favorite kind of Air Max at the moment?
Like model or
model?
Colorway?
Model and colorway.
Oof. Yeah, well, I'm gonna say Air Max 1.
Yeah.
Because this is a classic and there's like a lot of grills for the Air Max 1s.
Absolutely.
For other Air Maxes as well, but I think the Air Max 1 for me also as a Dutchie is like a big staple.
For sure.
It's a big staple.
I get you. For me, Air Max 95s, baby. I think they are straight fire.
The Irish one said 95.
You know, I think now in this age, we're not kind of seeing brand new designs. We're not seeing, you know, any major silhouette changes. But it's nice kind of honing in on like the cultural element. And that's, I think, what it was back then, you know?
Yeah,
the Air Max was something no one had seen before, right?
Yeah, and it's such a cultural thing.
Yeah.
The Air Max is such a cultural thing. Like we were talking about TNs a lot.
Yes.
Which has like a big community behind it.
Right.
The Air Max 1 as well, Air Max 90 as well. The BWs, I mean, those are all shoes which have like their separate community behind the Air Maxes.
Exactly, yeah.
So there's a lot of people that are into Air Maxes, but they might not like the ones you like.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's cool about it,
it's
you know?
It's a broad spectrum, you know? There's something for everybody. You can dabble your toes in every which pond.
Definitely, but do you think that Air Maxes these days are still as big as they used to back in the days?
No.
No.
I don't think they are. That's coming from an honest standpoint. I think now there's so many iterations and different colorways that it's like, you know, you get paralyzed by choice almost. You're kind of like you're overstimulated almost by how much there are. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's going to take us to see a really bold and new shoe in order to kind of get that same hype again, you know what I mean?
Do you think collabs can partake in that for like bringing the hype back to the Air Maxes?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think you've got to get some cool people behind it. It doesn't necessarily have to be massive, big names. I think if you're just able to make a culture and, you know, I don't know, a story behind it.
Yeah,
the
I think
story
that's
is
what's very
important.
important if you're working with Air Maxes, to tell a good story and link it back to why you want to do the Air Max.
Absolutely. But if we're saying it's kind of gone down, what would you say have been the highlight drops in the past couple of years for Air Max?
Ooh.
The cultural phenomenons, let's say.
Well, the ones I'm wearing.
Yes.
The Air Max 1 Pata Chlorophyll.
Absolutely.
The re-release of the first pair that was released in 2004.
Yep.
So 20 years later, they re-released the Air Max Chlorophyll.
Yep.
I think that was a big moment for Air Max.
Absolutely. For
but
sure.
They need to do some interesting stuff in like the near future for me to be
really
continuously
excited.
copying Air Maxes.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there as well, you know, and you need some more life into it. I think you need to breathe that air literally back into it.
See what you did there. See what you did there.
Keep it alive, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing. You did amazing. No, but I agree with you, and I think the storytelling, like you said, is very important as well. I think Cortez did that really great.
Really
and I
good.
think that is also a reason why that release was so popular.
Yeah.
Because it just made sense.
It made sense.
It made sense.
It made sense.
And you have to make it make sense
for it to make sense.
There we go. All right.
Let's go.
So, I want to know, what was your first pair of Air Maxes?
All right. If y'all remember a couple episodes ago, if we rewind it back, and if y'all watched the episode, y'all will see my first pair of TNs. Those were my prized possessions, my own babies. Like, I know TNs are in their own category and they're, you know, maybe not Air Maxes, but they still got the bubble. They're still Air Maxes, you know what I'm saying?
They are.
That was my first ever pair, and I got them in Foot Locker. So shout out, y'all. But what about you? What's your first pair of Air Maxes?
I was waiting for this question already.
Go for it, man. It's your time.
So I was in New York back in 2010.
Yeah?
With my mom. And we were there, and I saved up all my money to go shopping. And we went into this came across this sneaker boutique, which I didn't know existed, but I saw a pair of Air Max 90s. It's a premium even, and they're called Day of the Dead. They're a hard find on the internet as well, but show y'all a picture real quick. Somewhere
here,
hopefully. But those were my first ones, and I spent all my money on those because, they were like 140 euros back in the days, which was a lot for me in 2010.
Yeah, man.
But I spent it all. I spent all my money.
Man, and said, take the money.
Take the money.
Take the money.
Just please take my money. And I was so happy with them. So I came back home feeling like the man, just bought some sneakers from New York, fresh Air Maxes that nobody ever saw.
Like, bro, where you get your shoes?
Yeah, and my mom still has them, I think, somewhere locked up.
Hidden in the closet.
Yeah, somewhere maybe. Now that I think about it, I have to go find those because I'm gonna place them in my home.
Yeah, you're a trophy shoe at this stage.
Definitely,
definitely.
Definitely. So that's my first pair of Air Maxes.
That's a nice one, man.
Collecting ever since. So, since we're talking about this, do you have a top 3 favorite Air Maxes? I do.
Of course you do.
I do.
We all know he does.
You
the question was for me.
You should too. You should too. So let's hear it.
My favorite Air Maxes. Okay, I'm gonna go with TNs. Obviously, I mean, if you want to go sunsets or hyper blue or voltage purples, take your pick. But I'm a fan of all of them. Thank you. That can take top 3 easily, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Then, honestly, given the street culture and the street vibe with the Air Max 95 collab with Cortez, that brought in a breath of fresh air for me. And that really kind of, I don't know, brought back a spark that I haven't seen in a while for kind of like, you know, shoes and collabs and stuff like that. I mean,
so number 3, what's number 3?
Number 3, honestly, I think the shoes you got on right now.
Yeah?
For sure, yeah. I think it's clean, I think it's slick, and I think, yeah, it's a Pata X Nike collab, who you can't go wrong with that. Putting the stamp of the Dutch on it, so.
Yep. All right, so guys, my top 3. Let's get into it, baby. I'm just gonna say them. They're not in order necessarily, but it's whatever. Okay, so we're gonna start with a pair I'm biased for.
Okay.
It's the Air Max BW's Rotterdam.
Okay, let's go.
I'm from Rotterdam. I mean, how could I not?
Bish bash bosh.
They say the city that I live in on the back of the Air Max. What are we talking about?
Made in Rotterdam.
What are we talking about? So that's one.
Okay.
That's one. Then we have
you.
the Air Max 1 Amsterdam's collaboration with Para.
Okay.
I mean,
really,
kind of controversial.
Really staying within the same zone here.
I told you I'm a Dutchie. We kind of have to.
Okay.
And I think that's a grill pair for a lot of people as well, though. For people that know about Air Maxes and Air Max 1s specifically, know about these. The Amsterdams is an insane pair. I don't think if I would buy them today that I could wear them because they're that old, but amazing shoe.
Got you.
Then number 3, I would say, like I've mentioned before, I don't have them yet, but just I've been wanting them for years, so that's why they're there. Air Max 95 Neon.
Yes! Also.
All right.
Yes.
Well, since we are two opinionated people, I would say we're gonna do something today. It's a new segment called Rate the Fit.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna see some outfits from people that were the DNA8s, some celebs that we all know, that we all love. And we're gonna see who wore it the best.
Okay, hit me.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so did you see the Tyler outfit for the Super Bowl where she was wearing the red DNA8s?
Yes. So everyone else was wearing like pink DNA8s, right? But Tyler, she mashed up her own and brought us in with the red. And honestly, like, she's just killing it. Like, she is just, whew, all around. So, like, I loved her fit. Now, I don't know where she was going wearing, like, a thin piece of cloth on her belly. But, like, listen, do what you got to do. Like,
I mean, I would say Tyler Core.
Tyler Core, man. Like, she's just out here, doing her thing. But it's cold out in these streets. So, fair play to her. But, she wore it. She did a nice one with it, I think.
like the fit a lot.
Yeah,
I like the fit a lot. With like the Nike t-shirt that's all like messed up and tied around my waist and stuff. Like I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was pretty creative. I don't think I've seen people wear the DNA8s like that.
Yeah, right.
Because I've seen a lot of people wear them like very like techie, sporty.
I mean, techie, sporty. If you see Sench on the court wearing the DNA8s, he's in a full blackout tracksuit, like, but then the pink DNA8s are just popping out and they just look like chef's kiss. Like,
yeah, I love that as well. I mean, I do love like a colorful maximalist type of fit, but you can never go wrong like a black tracksuit and some colorful sneakers.
Facts. I steer more towards just like a black trackie with a pop of color. Like that is just my vibe completely. Like, you know, not doing too much, but also like, you know,
there's
you know
no mixed matching.
No, there's no confusion there.
No, it's just
you just get it for face value. Look at my sneakers. Look at my fit. And that's all you need to know.
There we go.
But no. Also, Shy Carter in the tracksuit as well. She went a different colorway. She went white with the Nike tracksuit.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that with the pink. So like, it's really showing that the style is so versatile with this. You know, like you've got people mixing a bunch of colors with it and it's still working. You've got people just dressing it down and doing a minimalist piece on it and it's looking sick as well. So, I mean, also 100%.
100%. Mitch Purse.
Yes, like.
A baller.
Now, she did a sandwich moment on this. She topped it pink and then
doubled down on the pink.
Yeah, she doubled down on the
with
pink.
With the Nigo sweater, the Nigo Nike sweater.
Right?
Which is nice. I like that.
Absolutely. So
it's a bit minimalistic as well still, but with like the bigger pants and then the pink DNA8s underneath it. I mean, it's a good fit.
Literally,
right?
like.
Not doing too much.
Doesn't need to.
a good amount of much.
Like, speak my language, and that's just being fly. Like,
I mean, so okay, then.
You either get it or you don't. You know what I'm
I
saying?
forgot somebody. Did you see CD Lamb wearing the DNA as well?
Yes, also.
Yeah,
That's your guy.
That's my guy. That's my guy. Shout out to CD Lamb. Met you in Paris. Probably don't remember me, but that's alright. Anyway, but he wore like more of like a rock star type of outfit with the DNA, which I would not go for myself, but I like it on him.
That's more like high profile celebs. Like when you're starting to layer like 6 different pieces on your body, that's when I'm starting to tap out. Like, I am, like that's doing too much. I'm overheating actually at this stage, so just some pants and a nice top.
But no sleeves, no sleeves.
Bro, like, am I flying somewhere? Like, relax, relax. I don't need all that.
So then the question remains, who wore it the best? I want to hear your opinion first, and I'll give you mine.
Ooh, I think I relate more with Sench's fit, honestly.
Okay.
Even though it's a pure Mandem fit.
Roadman over here.
Me, I am Roadman core, man. Like, Roadman coded. I will go for that any day. Or Shy Carter. I'm just a full tracksuit set kind of girly, so that's my vibe.
No, I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
What about you?
I think Sench is up there as well, but I like Mitch Purse's fit.
Oh, really? A little pink to make boys wink, is it?
Yeah. I mean, she's a pretty lady, and I mean, she wore it well.
Absolutely.
Because this fit, we saw her in this fit in Paris.
Yes.
When I was doing the red carpet stuff, I saw her in this fit.
You saw it with your own eyes.
I saw it with my own eyes. I was like, looking fly. So yeah, I mean, I will put her on one because just the extra touch of pink. It's more my thing.
A little soft spot, is it?
Yeah. I love my pink. I love my pink a little bit. So. I say Mitch Purse. You say Sench.
Yeah, it's a match made in heaven. But what do you guys think? Are you rolling more with a maximalist type of vibe, like CD Lamb and Tyler, or are you more, low key like Sench and Shy Carter? Let us know in the comments below. Pick your favorite.